Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Wednesday live training. Today we're going to talk about diet culture and how the misconceptions in our society are actually keeping you from your weight loss goals, and honestly just keeping us sort of miserable if we let it get to us. So I want to talk a lot about that today, and things that we can do to I don't say beat diet culture, but to overcome a lot of the mindsets and things that society has placed on us in this type of a culture. So let's get to it. So first of all, what is diet culture? And diet culture is essentially this set of social expectations that society has sort of developed over time through media and marketing and things like that. And essentially this set of expectations is telling us that there is one way that you should act. There is one way that you should eat. There's one way that you should look. You see where I'm going with this? And if you are able to do all of these things in this one specific way that they have said is the way to do it, then you are going to be worthy of whatever, worthy of attention, worthy of love, worthy of whatever, which quite frankly, we all know is just bullshit. So there is no one way to do anything. We're all different. And we have different bodies, and we have different lives, and we have different activity levels, and we have different likes and dislikes. We're all different. There is no one way to do any of this. However, diet culture would have you believe that there is. And the fact that this culture has told us that if you don't look this one certain way or act this one certain way or eat this one certain way, that you're not worthy of whatever they think you should be worthy for, again, is just bullshit. So here we go. Another thing that I want you to remember, and is crazy important to remember, is that society always is trying to shrink women, right? It's always trying to tell us we need to be smaller, skinnier, leaner, thinner, whatever words they want to use. They're always telling us that that's what we should be. But it's really, really, really important to remember that being smaller, being thinner, being skinnier, whatever word they want, leaner, is not the same as being healthier, okay? Being smaller does not equate to being healthier. Our society's perspective on equating skinny with health is what leads a lot of people to do these very drastic things like dangerous detoxes. They throw tons of money towards all of these fad diets, these MLM diets that I've been talking about for a few weeks now. It causes people to eat dangerously low calories. It causes people to live on these crazy processed, honestly, kind of gross. I don't even think they taste very good. The ingredient list isn't good either, but these crazy processed shakes and bars and teas and all the stuff with all this chemical-y stuff in it. And I hate to say chemical because I know everything's a chemical, but things that we just shouldn't be putting in our body is what these things are filled with. And then they sell you these things for ridiculous amounts of money, hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month, all in the name of telling you to shrink. It's insanity. This idea of shrinking also leads people to do tons and tons and tons of cardio, all of this stuff just in the name of getting smaller. So not only can all these things lead to, obviously just they're unhealthy, right? But an unhealthy mindset, and sometimes these things lead to eating disorders as well. But also they're preventing you from achieving the goals that you actually want and sustaining them long term. So all the things I mentioned above are things that are going to give you short-lived progress. You're going to get that immediate maybe 2 or 3 pound fat loss in the first week, or weight loss, I should say, in the first week. But these things are not designed to be sustainable, because it would be incredibly dangerous for you to live your life every day, day in and day out, on 900 calories or whatever. Like, that is just craziness. You can't live spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars every month on these gross, overly processed foods that whatever company is selling you, telling you that you should shrink. These things are not designed to be sustainable. They are designed to get you to give them your money. They give you immediate results, a few pounds, and that's exciting, right? We're in this instant gratification world. That's why TikTok is so popular. These really short little videos keep us going. It's this really short bursts of things that we like, and you move on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. So these crazy diets are designed to give you this really this really fast shot of weight loss to get your attention, to get you excited, to get you doing it. They know that it's not sustainable. So what happens? You stop doing this because you want to live like a normal human. You gain all of your weight back. And then guess what you do? You go back to them and give them money because you say, but it worked. But did it work if you gained all your weight back? I personally would say, no, it didn't work. What works is what's going to be something that you can do long-term in your lifestyle. It just becomes a part of your lifestyle. In crazy low-calorie diets, crazy processed meals that they're telling you to spend hundreds of dollars on every month is not sustainable. So all of this whole concept, this diet culture concept, is preventing us from actually achieving the long-term goals that what we want. That's what everybody wants, right? We want to be healthy long-term. So another piece of this is just the social media world that we live in. We are looking at social media. We're on Facebook right now. I bet you if you flipped away from this video, but not yet though, wait till after this video, if you switch off and go to your feed, you're going to see this big long list of everybody's highlight reel, right? You're going to see these pictures of these amazing happy moments. You're going to see people talking about new jobs and whatever, this, that, every once in a while we see some of the other things, but generally speaking, we don't post you don't see me posting what I look like in the morning. You don't want to see that. And I don't want you to see that. But, so it's one of those things where we only see those good moments. We only see those happy moments. But what do we do with that? We take that and then we compare our everyday, maybe boring lives to someone else's highlight reel. So make sure you're comparing your highlight reel to their highlight reel. If you're going to compare anything, don't compare anything at all. But, don't look at what someone else has going on and compare that to your normal, I just rolled out of bed hair, that's just not reality, but it's what we do. So we are seeing girls younger and younger and younger wanting Botox. We're seeing these girls younger and younger wanting plastic surgery. They want to make themselves look like whatever social media influencer that they're seeing, even though we know that even that social media influencer doesn't look like that. We know that that's filtered and touched up and edited and whatever. Or these girls are wanting plastic surgery to look like their own picture with a filter on it. Like plastic surgeons are saying this. I don't know if any of you have ever heard this news story or not, but they're saying that they're getting more and more people coming in with like a Snapchat filtered picture of them and saying, make me look like this. What in the world, guys? What in the world? Reality is an important thing, not filter. We don't live in filters. But these young girls, these kids that have grown up in this social media world are experiencing this, and this is affecting our mental health and everything else. So what can we do and how can we be a part of the change away from this diet culture type thinking? So number one, I want to start by making it a thing to stop commenting on another person's body. Okay. Big, small, gained weight, lost weight, whatever. It doesn't matter. Imagine being someone who is suffering with an eating disorder and obviously losing weight, but then all kinds of people around you are saying, wow, you're looking great. Oh, look at you. You've lost some weight. Great job. You must be working really hard. You've lost weight. Except the reality is you've done this in an incredibly unhealthy, unsafe way. And so can you see how this commenting on people's bodies is reinforcing what's in fact the negative behaviors that this person is doing in an attempt to be smaller, even though the intention was positive. We intended for it to be a good thing. We wanted to compliment you on your weight loss. However, we know that a lot of weight loss is not done in a healthy way, and it is not something we should be complimenting. Unless you are someone's doctor, unless you're someone's coach, I absolutely will comment on my ladies, on their bodies and things, just because I know the hard work that they're putting into things, and I know that they're doing it in a healthy way. But unless you are kind of privy to that information and you are in a setting where it's appropriate to comment on someone's body, we don't need to comment on their body. How about instead of telling them they've lost weight and they look great, why don't you compliment them on their character? Maybe they did something that was really kind, really helpful, really nice. We can compliment their earrings. We can compliment their dress. We can compliment anything except the size of their body. So that's one place we can start by beating this diet culture thing, is stop commenting on someone else's body. It doesn't matter what you think, if they're big, small, or otherwise. It's really not our business to comment on someone else's body. Number 2, learn to listen to your body and how different foods make your body feel. So what I mean by that is, rather than looking at outside factors of food like calories and things that define the food, think of the food as energy. It's your energy source. It's what's going to fuel whatever it is you're about to do that day, even if all you're going to do that day is watch Netflix on the couch. So you want to look at it as, if I eat this, or when I eat this, is this going to give me the energy I want? Is this going to make me feel gross? Is this just going to make me want to lay down and go to sleep? Is this going to make me hungry again in 10 minutes? How is this particular food going to make me feel? So rather than defining it by the number of calories, define it by how does it react to you? Because really, truth be told, something that might make me feel really great might make you feel really terrible, even if it's a quote unquote healthy food. So it's one of the things that really gets me going is when I watch these influencers on Instagram and things say, look what I eat in a day. Who cares what you eat in a day? Because you're not me and I'm not you, and I have different goals than you. I have different activity levels. My hormone levels are different. Everything about me is different than you. It doesn't matter what someone else eats in a day. So when people post those things, y'all click off of it. It's fine to get ideas for a recipe or have a thought on like, hey, this is a really great way to get your protein. But this whole what I eat in a day thing is just absolute nonsense, because what makes you feel good is not the same as what's going to make that person feel good. So if we can start thinking about food as, how is this going to make me feel? Is this going to give me the energy that I need? Am I going to feel good after I eat it? Then we're on the right track. So the third thing is that I want you to learn to give yourself positive affirmations. So love yourself. Learn to recognize the positive instead of dwelling on the negative parts of our body that you don't like. When you look in the mirror, instead of saying and squishing your belly or whatever, talking about your chin or whatever it is women always do, how about you look at yourself and find the good? Okay? That mindset of finding the good is life-changing. That doesn't mean that, that we maybe don't want to improve one way or another, but by dwelling on the things we don't like versus the things that we do is not doing anyone any good. And so when you're looking in the mirror, you can say these things silently to yourself. Say them out loud for other people to hear, particularly if you have any young ladies around you, daughters, nieces, granddaughters, cousins, sisters, whatever. Young women need to hear their female role models say positive things about their body. Imagine this world where all these girls grow up hearing the adult women or the older women or role model women in their lives saying, boy, I really like my eyes. Boy, I love my smile. I love how strong I look in this outfit. Rather than, this is ugly. Take this off. I hate the way I look in this. I hate my stomach. I hate my this. I hate my that. Imagine this world where they grow up hearing those positive things instead of those negative things. And imagine them growing up with that same self-talk where they're saying all of these positive things instead of the negative things. What a world of strong, amazing, bold, fantastic women we would create if we did this, right? So, in closing, ultimately, I want you to love your body exactly as it is right this second. I want you to love your body enough that you're going to feed it well and you're going to feed it enough. Nourish your body so that you can do these amazing things that your body was designed to do without the interference of ridiculously low calories, unfair comparison to someone else's highlight reel, unhealthy amounts of exercise. I want you to love your body so much that you will give it exactly what it needs to achieve all of the goals and plans that you have set out for yourself. I want you to stop looking at food as a means of shrinking, food and exercise as a means of shrinking. And instead, I want you to look at these things as a means of being more. These things are going to make you more strong, more capable, more ready to take on the world and do all of the freaking fantastic things that you were designed to do. And we can only do this by saying no to all of the stuff that diet culture has to tell us. So, there's your daily inspiration. And let me know thoughts, comments below. And I will see you all next week. Have a great rest of the week.